Matt, taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins. I know you guys enjoy it, but I think you especially enjoy it. People talk about Brandon Dubinsky, how much he likes to play against the Penguins, but you've had some really good games against this team in your career, haven't you?
Yeah, I obviously first playoff experience against the Penguins, which obviously wasn't the right outcome, but it was a fun series, overtime winner in Pittsburgh, and it's easy to get up to play these guys, and you always look for the Crosby Dubinsky show. That's always a fun one to watch. Kind of overshadows everything, and then the rest of us just kind of sit in the weeds and can play hard from there. So. It's our biggest rival, and it's going to be a big 2 points, especially with how close we are in the standings this year. So it makes it that much more special.
When you talk about that show, as you said, how does he continually seem to get that guy off his game? And then once he does, what does that do for the rest of you as far as not getting just to him, but to getting to everybody on their team? Because I think if you rattle him, you almost rattle everybody.
Yeah, he's the leader of their team. Obviously, best player in the world and best player on their team. So, I think they look up to him a lot. But, Doobie doesn't really even have to say anything anymore. That's the funny part about it. He just, I think everyone knows the Doobie stare. He just kind of looks at him. But it's a good battle between those two. It happens when you got a rivalry like we've had the last few years. And, he gets the rest of us going, and we just try to follow by example.
And this is a game that normally it's pretty balanced as far as ice time, and it doesn't matter what line you're playing on. You get your chances, you get your opportunities, and you get put in a good spot against some really good players.
Yeah, they're a deep team. Obviously Stanley Cup champs last year, and you kind of, I guess you kind of compare yourself to them. To kind of see where you need to be at, where the bar needs to be set, and no matter what line you're on, you're going to have a good matchup. So it should be a fun battle tomorrow night, and there's always a few of their fans in the stands, and it's always a fun dynamic when you got the fans cheering against each other. But I know ours will take over and hopefully lead us to a win.
Yeah, and you saw that last weekend against Detroit. There were a lot of red jerseys in the crowd, but you wouldn't have known it by the end of that game.
No, they. One thing I've said about Columbus all the time, if there's 10,000 or 20,000 in the stands, and we're having a good game, they're going to let you know, and they're going to cheer for you and be behind you. So it's always been a fun building and playing, and it should be a good one tomorrow night.
You guys are in a situation that you haven't been in very often, where you're playing every other day. You saw Toronto, they had played the night before. Pittsburgh will have played the night before when they come in here. Nashville will have played the night before. You're that team that's kind of sitting and waiting for a change. How important is it not just to have that advantage going into it, but to capitalize on that advantage?
It's great. The last few years it always seems like we're the back-to-back traveling, but the way the schedule's been set up this year, we've had some opportunity where we've been waiting at home for teams, and like you said, we got to capitalize on that. You've seen Toronto at times; they looked tired last night, and the way we play, the way we can grind teams down when we're on our game, that's going to make it that much worse for them. So we got 2 big games for the break here. We got to put 2 together here. That's going to be an important thing for this team, and hopefully make it 3 before the break.